need to do something else for fun. Give me just a moment to play around. Yeah, let's do something else. Okay, where did you go, Steam? Okay, OBS, what are we doing here? There we go. Oh, I should have probably let the intro play out. Yeah, it's okay. We'll jump right into it. You know what? No, that's a cool intro. We're gonna hold on. We're gonna rewatch that because it's a cool intro now, especially that I've got hopefully the whole window placed. In a far-off galaxy, an evil alien force is at work. The evil tyrant Greedy has corrupted the planet leaders and enslaved the populace. Even the legendary hero has something. A desperate plea for help is made. It's going too fast, chat. Can't read that quick. Answered by the hero's own son. Heck yeah, here we go. I am going to switch the order here because I'm streaming. It's what I feel like doing. All right, here we go. However, I think I'm going to adjust the audio balance because the other day when I was playing Sonic 3, it was a little loud. Hopefully that's okay. Chat, can you hear me all right? Is the game audio okay? Game might be a little low. Okay, let's adjust that back up a little. A little bit better? Don't want to miss out on how good this music is, but unfortunately the audio, much better. The recording volume isn't necessarily reflected in the audio coming out of my headphones, so I have to kind of guess and rely on input. Still go up a little notch? Okay. Let me get up here and then I'll... Let's do a teeny bit up. Alright. As much fun as this is, as much I love the soundtrack, I don't want to miss out on the good tunes. Let's get some points. Yeah, much like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, this is another one that I just absolutely love. I think, and I guess this was not just something that was, you know, true statement for me, but this game didn't get a lot of love when it came out, I guess. So Wikipedia says. It was a little close to the Saturn launch and sort of got overshadowed by it. You know, being one of the last games released on the Genesis, or Mega Drive, I guess, if you are outside of the US. But yeah, so kind of got overshadowed, and I learned about it. There was, a long time ago, this video that Lunchables put out that had a bunch of, like, video game secrets for the Sega Genesis, and me being obsessed with Sonic and the Genesis when I was a little kid, like, oh, I gotta get this. So I managed to eat enough Lunchables and convince my parents. And one of the games on there with secret was Ristar here. Or Ristar. I don't know. I say Ristar. I don't know what's right. I don't care, really. Oops. Dang it. Anyway, not that I need this, I'm just kind of screwing around. But yeah, so anyway, that's how I heard about this. Ristar. I like that for Paleo, thank you. But I think I'll still keep calling it Ristar. Anyway, yeah. Really fun game. I heard about it because they showed the all levels, or what is level select code, which I think is museum on the password page. But yeah, and I'm like, oh, this game looks really cool, and managed to find it. And actually, I bought it new, or probably rather convinced my parents to get it for me as a gift or whatever, because I was a little kid and didn't have money. But yeah, no, still have the cartridge, and I think the case. It was when Sega had switched over to the paper cases, for those who know. But I do have the original cartridge, but thankfully it's on Sega collection here, which sadly isn't on Steam anymore, but for who knows why. Either way, it's a really fun one. I don't think we'll make it all the way through. I have probably another half hour or so, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get through it quite so fast. So I've said 100 times before, I am not a speedrunner. And as much as I, like, love watching, that's not for me. I think I'd just be stressed out all the time, so we're just taking it at the pace that I feel like going, which is about what you see. This monkey throwing poo everywhere. I know they're berries. But I don't know. Poo seems appropriate. Freaking out in the back there. But yeah, no, I was kind of like when I played this for the first time, I think I kind of more or less just fell in love with it. There's games that I didn't love when I played them for the first time that I kind of grew to appreciate, like Kid Chameleon, which is a good game but really tough. And when I first played it, I couldn't really figure out what I was supposed to do, and not a huge fan of the artwork. And I think that's even kind of true now. Not a huge fan of the art style for that game, but I do like it a lot more. Um, and appreciate it for what it is. Um, so a Kid Chameleon playthrough? No, Perpalio, no. No, no, no. Oh, no. It is a good game. It is extremely hard. It's also very long. Yeah. I think if you just wanted to see me be stressed out for 3 hours, we could probably try a Kid Chameleon playthrough. Otherwise, I think I'll stick to Sonic and Ristar for now. I might throw some other stuff on that's in the collection, though. One thing that I've been thinking about doing after Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I might go ahead and do this because it sounds like a fun idea to me, actually, is I got the director's cut of Sonic 3D Blast working. One of the original programmers, I think his name is John Burton, released a director's cut for Sonic 3D Blast, which is probably my least favorite of the Genesis Sonic games. That's not true. Spinball. Spinball's... I don't like Spinball. Which is not to say that 3D Blast is bad, but it just... I think I talked about it. I feel like I talked about it on my Sonic and Knuckles stream, but the short version being that, like, what I expected and what I got were very different things, and it kind of bummed me out. Come on. There we go. And, he released, John Burton released a patch for a director's cut, and took a little finagling to get it to work on the Sega Classics here on Steam, but I managed to get it done the other day with a very useful guide that I found online, and specifically it was on the on his website's forum, Game Hut. And thank goodness for... Okay, I'm doing real bad here. This is just pitiful. So, much appreciation to that guide that person on the forum put out, because apparently it's seemingly a lot more complicated than I expected it to be. But happy to have it. Anyway, all of this is to say, I will probably try out the director's cut for Sonic 3D Blast. I did try it the other day, but might try to actually get all the way through it. I like the changes so far, and we can talk about that a little bit more when I get to that, but yeah, might be a fun one. Oh, get away. I always love the little fish here. The little split. There we go. I know no one likes water levels, myself included, but as water levels go, the two in this aren't that bad. Okay, that's not true. This is, I think they're 4, 3.5, something like that. Here we go. But yeah. Mostly I think I'll stick to doing the Genesis games, like, on Saturday nights. But, you know, since we had some time, I figured it would be fun to do this. But yeah, I'll try to finish this up. I suspect on another night. Oh, that was a good hype bonus. I think kind of what I'm planning on schedule-wise is I'll probably play tomorrow night. We'll do more Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Come Monday, we'll continue on with... There we go. We'll probably do a little bit of Station to Station because it's been a while since I've done any of that, and I like it. I think it's fun. I kind of want to finish it up. Past Monday, might do 1 or 2 days of Station to Station. I'm not quite sure. These darn bubbles. And then, you know, along with Station to Station, I might throw in the rest of Ristar here. And we'll just kind of see how, you know, it all kind of shakes out. And then, sometime next week, I will probably start on Mr. Saito, which is the side story game by Laura Shigihara, who did Rakuen. Sort of same universe, but I don't think we see any of the same characters, really. None of the main characters, anyway. Okay, 3D Blast isn't super hard and is very different from the others, kind of an in-between from classic to modern 3D Sonics. But it's a fun, chill way to play, I think. A fun, chill play, I think, says Perpalio. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I think really the main reason I didn't like it when it came out is that, I think I mentioned this story before, but I'll say it again just in case, you know, people want to hear it, or even if they don't. You're my captive audience. You're stuck with me for now. I had some friends who were playing Super Mario RPG, which came out around the same time, and I saw Sonic 3D Blast, this whole the isometric, I cannot remember what it's called, but the same sort of thing that Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario RPG did, which is, you know, pre-rendered 3D models turned into sprites. And I saw this, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a Sonic RPG, and I was just starting to get into RPGs at the time. And it wasn't that, and I don't know why I thought it would be like Mario RPG, but that it wasn't kind of disappointed me. And I think, to a lesser extent, I really love the music in the Sonic 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles group. I love those soundtracks, and I didn't care for the music in Sonic 3D Blast. I'm almost sure it's a different composer. I've never looked, but you know, the style is very different. And it's not bad, but I don't like it in the same way that I like those others. And I think that kind of colored my perception of it. But again, playing the director's cut a little bit the other night, I'm like, oh, this is a lot better. So I'm excited. We'll go through it. And I'm trying to remember if I actually have ever gone all the way through 3D Blast, or if I think I've at least gotten close if I haven't beaten it. So I think we can get through it. I don't think we'll get through it in one night, but that'll be down the road. So I think that's what I'm kind of focusing on, at least for now, is I kind of want to do a mix of some of these classic games that I really like and intermixing it with indie stuff. I don't think the music is as good as those three, but I think it's still solid. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. It's not bad, and the more I've listened to it, I'm like, you know, it really isn't as bad. I just don't. I still don't care for it as much as I like the others. Oh boy, ugh, I hate this one. This might be the one I don't get, chat. I'm either lucky and I get it on the first go, or I completely bomb it. Let's see. Oh, got it. Look at me. But yeah, no, it's a good game in its own right. I have like a couple what I feel are kind of legitimate, nice, complaints about Sonic 3D Blast though, but we'll talk about them when I actually play it in a couple weeks here. Sorry, I had to reach over to pet a cat. The cat was here. The cat must be pet. Just the law. I don't make the rules. Come here. I always really loved the bosses in this. I felt they were really creative, and I feel like they scale in difficulty pretty well. First boss is relatively easy. Kind of shows you the whole like color change mechanic for tracking how the damage goes. Come on. Although I think, now that I've said this, I don't think this guy actually changes color. I think he's the one that doesn't. There we go. Instead, you get him, as you hit him, knocking these corks away and lowering the water level, but... No, this is... I always felt that they were fun and creative, and this boss music really slaps. Come here. Ah, there. Got him. Oh, I'm down to one hit. I gotta be careful. GDQ, I think this year had a... Gosh darn it. Playthrough of someone doing this on hard difficulty, which is a one-hit kill. And I was just absolutely amazed. Got him. Not super hard, but I didn't want to die there. I would have felt kind of goofy. Alright, buddy. Let's get out of here. Unbelievable. Oops. Okay, so, on that note, there's not... I don't know how many, like, classic games in the collection I feel like going through. We're playing through Ristar here. Probably do some of the Sonic games. Probably 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles and Blast. Not sure... Kid Chameleon I do like, but... Oh. Huh. I didn't even know... I'm not sure if I knew he did that. Come here. I don't want to do Kid Chameleon just because of its length and difficulty. I'd just be stressed the whole time. But one thing I was looking at the other day that I didn't know about is I did not know that Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is on Steam, and I kind of love that game. That's probably the only one of the modern Sonic games that I really like. Heroes is okay, but I don't think I ever beat it. Goodness gracious. There we go. So I might possibly do Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. That one was, like I said, a lot of fun. And there's a little part of me that wants to raise some chows again. Yeah. Would be better if you just didn't game over. Infinite continues. Yeah, no, that's fair. But chat, I'm trying to impress you. I'm trying to, like, hey, look, this Poe guy isn't the worst at video games. Ugh. He says and then immediately gets hit by a dumb little goober shooting out of a tube. You get a pass for Kid Chameleon. as to not doing it. There we go. As to using save states and cheats. Oh, I see. Yeah, and that's... I've still gotta play. Oh no. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid doing here, is using save states. So I haven't, you know, worried about rewinding in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I wanna do it legit, so to speak. Hardest boss in the game, guys, and I probably already messed it up, but that's okay. No, I got it. Cool. Alright, gotta pay attention. Oh boy, do I remember what it was. I think I screwed this up. Oh no, I got it. Look at that. I think it's fine if the game's ridiculously hard. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, and I would say Kid Chameleon is that, what do they call old school hard or whatever? The style where they, you know, so the rumor goes is they'd make games hard so that kids, if you were renting them at the video store rather than buying it, you just wouldn't be able to beat it in one sitting. So they'd kind of force you to buy it, so to speak. Retro game hard or something like that. Which I wouldn't be surprised if that is exactly what they did. On the collection here too is Echo 1 and 2, which I absolutely love, but also I feel kind of fall into that a little too hard. I love... Okay. Echo the Dolphin, I feel, is one of those extremely underrated games from the Genesis era. And I will ride or die for that game, especially its sequel. I love its story. It's kind of wild, but I love it. The music's incredible. I know a lot of people kind of like the... People who are fans tend to like the Sega CD soundtrack for that one. I prefer the Genesis. But either way, Echo is just choice. I was so sad that we never got the third game. I really wanted to know what where the story was going with that. Echo and Kid Chameleon definitely fall into old school hard. Rocket Knight to a slightly lesser degree. It's beatable. Yeah, for Palio, I think, yes, I've never beaten Echo, so I, would very much agree that it's old school hard. Oops, nope, get out. I've beaten... That was another really good height bonus. I've beaten Echo 2 without cheating. Echo 1 I've never beaten without cheating. I can get to the penultimate level, but the last level is this level called The Machine, and it is a 7-minute long auto-scroller with really good music that is hard and terrible. And even when I've beaten, cheated to get to the final boss in Echo 1, I've never been able to beat her without using the invincibility cheat. Dang it. Come here. And if you use the invincibility cheat, she can actually like soft block the game. Because if she has this move that would insta kill you, but since you're invincible, you just kind of get sucked into a void and stay there. And I've only beaten it a couple times, and it's even as an adult have a really rough time trying to beat it. Gosh darn! Oh, come! I don't want to die on this guy. Come on, come on! Got him. I used to love this boss as a kid. I don't know what it was, but I was kind of like the mole, robotic mole design. Turns out he's just a little guy who's real mad that you beat him. There we go. Alright. But yeah, Echo 2... I'm not sure that Echo 2 is necessarily easier, but I feel like it's marginally easier. I feel like the bosses are easier. But yeah, so I'll think about those two. But I don't know that I want to. I think it'd just be frustrating watching me play through it. Get wrecked, Mole Kid. Exactly right. Rocket Knight, though, I feel like a little bit of a hidden gem for the Genesis. And Limited Run put out a hard copy of it, and I think it's 2 sequels for the SNES and Genesis, which I've never actually played. And I got the physical copy because I love that game, and I wasn't seeing it coming out in any other way. In fact, I was a little surprised when it made any sort of revival. I know there's another sequel also on the PlayStation 3 / it's probably on the Wii and on the Xbox 360, and it's terrible. It's absolutely awful, and I was so sad. Why didn't they put that one on the compilation? Anyway. But the problem with that, although it is probably on Steam, I would need to get a capture device for the Switch, which I might do anyway, eventually. Wait, why am I doing this? Chad, I'm not paying attention. There's this little thing to carry up. That's the whole point. What am I doing? Anyway. But if it's on Steam, then I might get that and play, because I love that game. That's one of my favorites. I can usually beat it on one go, usually. Ganoushk. Also, this level has the best music. It's so good. I've been talking over all of it. But I'll say this, Chad. If you're enjoying the music, you should go check out this whole soundtrack. It's really great. What am I doing over here? Come on. But after I beat the mini-boss on this level, then I'm probably going to go ahead and stop streaming for the day. Oops. No, that's actually where I wanted to go anyway, so... Those little green guys will steal the metronome from you, so I want to try to keep it away from them. In fact, I'm going to get rid of him before I... Here. I always like the little contraptions on this level too, like the little vacuum that moves it between the planes. The little grabbers. the little blowers here and there, the switches that you have to put the metronome on, and then reach and grab it so you can get through the door. I thought it was cute. One of my favorite levels. Yeah, no, it is very good. And I love how the music gets longer as you give more metronomes to the birds. It's a cute, really clever thing. 6-2. 6-2 is really fun too. Sadly, we will not see it today. 6-1 is terrible though, but 6-2 almost makes up for it. Six-2 is an absolute garbage fire of a level. Or sorry, 6-1. 6-1 is a... Oh no, no, no. Okay. See how I do on this. It either will go really well or it'll go really bad. Come on. Got him. This is okay so far. It's gonna sound weird, but looking at the Genesis and like the color palettes and everything, I don't know, something about that deep green for these little guys here, I absolutely love. It's this guy. It's this guy. Come on. Yes! I'm just gonna cheese it. There we go. In the Japanese version, it tells you which one is going to go. Look at that. Now there's a height bonus. Alright, and that's like right at the hour mark, just about, chat. So, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna save. Alright. Thanks for coming in. Always appreciated. Hopefully this was a fun little Friday for everyone. Fun little Friday stream. Finished up Roki. I got some Ristar in, and I have to figure out if I want to keep that as one stream or separate on the VOD, but we'll figure that when it gets here. But yeah, thank you for joining. As always, if you feel inclined, follow me on Twitch, like and subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Blue Sky. And I hope you all have a great weekend. I'll probably be on tomorrow night as well with Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And then, yeah, Monday with something else. Probably Station to Station. Have a great weekend. Thanks again. Oh, and I'm going to send you over to Limes. If I can spell. I don't have to spell, I can cheat. I have the internet right at my fingertips. All right. Have a good one, chat. Bye.